Hi, everyone. Welcome to Tips and Tea with Linnea FNP. My name's Linnea Baker. I'm a board-certified family nurse practitioner and a certified health and well-being coach. And I am grateful for each of you being here. I just got back from some big summer travels, so I'm sorry for the small hiatus, but it was wonderful. I got to really pour into some amazing friends and family that, well, actually, we poured into each other, and really rejuvenating and just so important to have that community and those great, deep, connected relationships. So I'm back now. And I'm drinking my tea from this beautiful hand made pottery mug that I got in Vermont when I was with one of my dear friends. And I just love, you guys know that I love outdoors and nature, and this just reminds me of the mountains, and it connects me even more with my dear friend. So I'm drinking my tea out of this mug today. So while I was traveling, I thought about what I kind of wanted to talk about today. And really, guys, today's topic is going to be the impact of the American Western diet on health and wellness. Without getting into all the politics and parties and things going on in the United States right now, coming up on the next presidential election, what I will say is that my heart is full of joy seeing that there are topics and conversations going on about the toxic food environment and culture in the United States. And what can we do to positively impact that so that we are not sick as a nation, and especially our children are not being impacted by the food, because right now they are. So I want you to join me in really just discussing something that impacts all of us with the food we eat. And specifically, we're going to focus on the American Western diet, which really means ultra-processed diet, and how it's affecting our health and particularly our gut health. Okay, guys? And I'm going to share some insights into why this diet is making us sick, how it's changed over the past few decades, and what we can do to improve our overall well-being. So first, let's talk about what the American Western diet is. The American Western diet is heavily based on ultra-processed foods. These foods are hyper palatable, meaning they're designed to be highly appealing, often loaded with sugar, salt, and many chemicals. And while these foods might taste great, they are contributing to a wide range of health issues. The standard American diet is actually acronymed the SAD diet because of its negative impact on our overall health. Does that not blow your mind? I mean, we see it, but to hear it like that, it's just mind-boggling that we've gotten to this point. And as a first world country, and being the United States, that we haven't done better with this already. So in fact, ultra-processed foods that are part of our American food culture, they are actually engineered foods that are made by food companies to make us crave them and eat more of them. And that's because of the bliss point that the food companies work to ensure that we hit our max dopamine levels. So a max dopamine hit. And that means that this truly becomes an addiction, and one that is not your fault. So when people tell me they just need more willpower, they're struggling to lose weight, I really tell them it's not their fault, and that they are really, we as a country are being sabotaged by the food industry. And unfortunately, guys, when you go to your healthcare provider in the United States, they say you need to lose weight. And they give you the options of eat less and move more, or something similar to the Ozempic type shots. And while I know healthcare providers in Western medicine, me being one of them, we all went through school extensively to do no harm and to improve people's health. But we are not taught in Western medicine how to help people get healthy from a food and lifestyle standpoint. And the number one impact on our health is really food. Food is medicine, guys, and food can really hurt us or it can help us. And a holistic, healthy lifestyle with healthy, good, robust nutrition that supports our gut health is the number one thing we need to be doing to be healthy and robust and have vitality. Okay, so the shots and the eat less, move more, that's not the answer because it's not sustainable for long-term health and weight loss. Now, that being said, I know that there are reasons people would go on the shots aside from weight loss, and that is a discussion between you and your healthcare provider. I'm not trying to change what your healthcare provider feels is best for your personal situation, but I do want to bring awareness and education to this topic because it's an epidemic in our country and one that I'm passionate about helping people heal from. So next, I want to talk about the health consequences of the American Western diet. This diet, guys, is making us sick. We're now seeing this food culture showing up in our children in alarming ways. Guys, I worked in pediatrics for a long time. We are having increasing childhood obesity, diabetes, type 2 diabetes. Kids are developing high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and it's happening at younger ages than ever before. We're also seeing a rise in other chronic diseases amongst children, not just adults. And in kids, these were rare just a few decades ago. We're seeing significant increase in food allergies, seasonal or environmental allergies, asthma, ADHD, and autism. Guys, these conditions were not prevalent when I was growing up over 30 years ago. And for those of you who were kids in the 1980s, just think back to when you were in elementary school. We didn't have kids in school with food allergies, and there might have been one kid in the entire grade, sometimes in the entire elementary school with asthma. It was that rare, but now it's more common. I've actually been not only in pediatrics in the clinic as a nurse practitioner caring for children of all different backgrounds in the United States, but I've also been in the school system, and it breaks my heart. So let's talk about an unhealthy gut. One of the most significant impacts of this American Western diet is actually how it impacts our gut health negatively. An unhealthy gut, which is what this diet does to our gut, increases hunger and cravings for sugars and carbs. And it also provides little nutrition for our bodies. And this vicious cycle is driven by the foods typical of the American Western diet, which are ultra-processed foods that come in boxes or bags for the most part, fast food and drive-through meals. The frozen foods as well, the frozen prepared foods. These foods are loaded with white refined sugar, genetically modified ingredients, artificial colors, dyes, and preservatives, as well as sodium. Guys, in the United States, the FDA restricts less than 15 chemical ingredients considered unsafe in all of our food sources, makeup, skincare, all the things. In Europe, they restrict 1,200 to 1,400 different ingredients that are considered chemically unsafe. The other difference is that in Europe, the way they regulate chemical ingredients in foods and other things is that you have to prove that the ingredient is safe for human consumption and to be on the skin and used in humans before it's ever allowed to be put in any products to be consumed by their citizens. However, in the United States, we have what's called GRAS, which is generally recognized as safe. So food industries can test their own chemical ingredients and tell the FDA the results without anyone else looking over them or any third-party testing, and the FDA can approve this for consumption in our food supply as generally recognized as safe. So basically, until people start getting sick and being harmed by it, there's no further testing or inquiry. And we think that the food on the shelves is safe and good for our family and for us. I always did. I always thought that I could buy the foods at the grocery store and everything in moderation, but that I wasn't actually harming myself. But guys, we are getting sicker. We're getting sicker earlier. We're living with illnesses, chronic illnesses, multiple chronic illnesses longer. We associate aging with being debilitated and weak, which is not normal. We should be able to age gracefully and with our health maintained and intact and live high quality of life, but we don't in the United States in general. Guys, 93% of adult Americans in the United States are considered to be metabolically unhealthy. That means whether they have elevated blood pressure, an increased body mass index, increased waist circumference, increased blood sugar levels or A1Cs, we are not healthy. 93% of Americans, guys, it's so scary. And I really do want to make a positive impact on my world. And that's why when I saw what I could do to easily pivot and change my health around and how I was eating, which I don't believe in diets and I don't believe in restrictions and starving yourself. I did some key things and it has changed my life and my health. And I want to share that with you guys so that you can live with vitality and just thrive. So guys, also the gut, when we talk about the gut, I want you to know we've considered that now. There's so much research out in the last couple of decades and more coming. And the research, I look at evidence-based research from places like the National Institute of Health. These studies are credible, they're evidence-based, and I've seen it, I've looked at it, it's been out there for years and years and years. And really what it comes down to is our gut is connected to everything in our body. And so we do call it the command center of our body. Our gut is actually referred to as our second brain because it has a crucial role in our mental health and overall health of our brain. Did you guys know that 90% of serotonin, which is the quote unquote feel-good hormone, is actually produced in our gut? Okay. And this connection between our gut and brain health is profound. Our gut and brain are constantly communicating back and forth with each other through the vagus nerve and through other ways all day long, okay? And for instance, there's even studies out there showing that transferring a schizophrenic microbiome, and your microbiome is part of your gut health. It's the bacteria and viruses and fungi and protozoa and all the things that make up your gut microbiome. You also have a skin microbiome. There's many microbiomes, but for this, I'm talking about our gut microbiome. They were transferring, studies showed that you can transfer a schizophrenic microbiome to a healthy microbiome in mice and cause those mice to exhibit schizophrenic behaviors. That just blows my mind and just shows you what an impact what we eat and what we do and put in our body to support or hurt and harm our gut health will impact our overall health. That's why a lot of times when you have inflammation in your body and your gut is unhealthy, you will have brain fog, trouble concentrating, trouble sleeping, anxiety, depression, and the list goes on, guys. I had all of those things and reversed them with my nutrition and my lifestyle. And when I say this is easy to do, it's easy because I'm not someone that likes to do a lot of meal prepping and shopping and all the things. In fact, I'm saving money now on groceries because I'm not even that hungry and I don't have the cravings for the junk anymore. Conversely, these researchers also put a healthy microbiome. They transferred the healthy microbiome to mice with schizophrenia symptoms and the symptoms resolved. They also have seen in research, scientists have seen this, observed similar findings with autism. Guys, this is going to make a huge impact on how we manage mental health going forward. We don't have enough data and we haven't been able to do the data yet in human studies, but it's coming. And this is going to make a great impact on mental health in our society. And from someone who has family members, including a child that suffers from mental health illnesses, I am beyond excited, not to mention all the people I've gotten to care for in my practice and all the years I worked in medicine. It's mind-blowing and I'm so excited. So we also, our gut health actually impacts our hormones, guys. It really does. Our gut has a direct impact on our hormones and metabolism. And there are studies that actually show when females are given a healthy male microbiome, they exhibit testosterone levels at male levels. That's how much your gut microbiome impacts hormones. And this gut hormone connection also influences conditions such as perimenopause symptoms, PCOS or polycystic ovarian syndrome, and more. So, guys, we need a balanced, healthy gut so that we can regulate our hormones and our metabolism. And I can tell you, we are getting, based on the unhealthy lifestyle and food culture in the United States and overall lifestyle, we are getting, women are going through perimenopause symptoms earlier and earlier. It's starting in their 30s now. And I can tell you that once I pivoted and started changing my lifestyle with the first and biggest change in my nutrition, my symptoms of hot flashes and trouble sleeping and anxiety and all these things associated with perimenopause and inflammation started improving. And I'm 49 years old and still in perimenopause, and I'm thriving, and I don't have the night sweats and the hot flashes and all the things that so many people were dealing with. And I'm also not dealing with the weight gain that I was dealing with before I started working on my gut health. I've lost weight. I continue to work on myself. And although it's not about a number on the scale, I am thriving in all the ways. And I have clients that are thriving as well with their mental health, with the lifestyle we do, that I coach them on and help them with recommendations on what to use and how to use it. They are thriving with their mental health in conjunction with what they do with Western medicine. And it's just a beautiful thing to see. So really, guys, when we talk about the PCOS and all the things in perimenopause, this research is truly incredible out there. And it just shows us how interconnected our body systems are, with the main connection all coming together in the gut. And gut health and the immune system, that's another big connection. Moreover, our gut plays a crucial role in our immune system. Approximately 70 to 80% of our immune system lies alongside our gut. And that means that if we support our gut health, we can positively impact our immune system. And it makes sense that we have so much of our immune system along the gut ready to go, because the biggest thing we do every day is eat, and that's where most toxins will be introduced to the body. And our immune system wants its soldiers on the front lines to keep any toxins coming in through our mouth into our gut from getting into our blood system and bloodstream throughout our body. So this, we want to decrease those toxins that when we're eating, if we focus on eating certain types of foods and making some easy, healthy swaps that are delicious. I'm not talking about just eating fruits and veggies, although those are really good for you. There's so many things we can do to have a robust, healthy, nutritious lifestyle that supports our gut health, but also decreases inflammation. This will help our immune system be protected, so it's not being triggered by these toxins, which then creates the chronic inflammation. And we know that the number one way to impact our gut health is really through our nutrition, right? And by making better food choices, we really can promote a healthier system, immune system, and reduce chronic inflammation in our body. And the importance of nutrition, guys, every cell in our body is made up of the foods we eat. There's a lot of talk now about our mitochondria, which many of you may know from middle school and high school in biology class. That's the powerhouse of the cell. More and more studies are coming out, more and more research is being done on how the foods we eat can positively or negatively impact the mitochondria, which actually takes our nutrition and makes our ATP or energy out of it. And that's what we use to drive all the transactions and things that we need to run our body. It's like putting in the junk gas versus premium. We don't want contaminants and things that are toxins coming in, because our bodies will not work optimally. And we need our bodies to work optimally now more than ever, because it impacts our mood and how we show up in relationships with the ones we love, and how we are at work, and how productive we are, and our happiness. We are meant for more. We are meant to thrive. We are meant to feel good. And there are some basic things we can do to make that happen, guys. Because when we eat like junk, we really do feel like junk. And that's because everything we consume is either going to support our gut health or negatively impact it. And you'd really be amazed, guys, at how good our bodies are meant to feel when we nourish them properly. Your gut health changes can make changes as fast as 3 days. So when you start supporting your gut health, you can start seeing improvement in 3 days. That's how fast. And then when you don't support your gut health, you can also start seeing changes rapidly. And I will tell you, when I started my journey, it was over 4 years ago in my nutrition, I literally felt like someone flipped a light switch in my body. And I went from feeling like crud and feeling like a zombie and being in horrific pain all day from my autoimmune disease on a high dose anti-inflammatory medication that wasn't cutting it, and I didn't want anything stronger. People were telling me in medicine that I needed to go on disability because of my pain levels and my autoimmune diseases, and that's not who I am. And on day 3, the pain went away. From excruciating pain from my neck down to my toes went away by changing my diet. I was able to stop my anti-inflammatory pain medication and several other medications that I was using for inflammation because I didn't need them anymore. And I'm on very minimal medication now. I take one pill for each of my autoimmune diseases. I have 2, and I reversed my fatty liver disease from my lifestyle. So when all this started, I was diagnosed with fatty liver disease from my unhealthy lifestyle and weight gain. And just in living healthy and following this nutrition that supports my gut health, I went to a GI specialist. He specializes in fatty liver disease and the liver. And he said, well, you reversed it from the healthy lifestyle you've adopted. So these things, they don't tell you this necessarily in Western medicine, but you can reverse chronic disease, many of them, not all of them, just by working on your healthy lifestyle. And also, just if you can't reverse it, you can manage it better when you feel better. So less medication for symptoms and higher quality of life. I still have 2 autoimmune diseases. I can't get rid of those diagnoses, but I am thriving and managing all the symptoms that you would expect to have with that because of what I do with my lifestyle. And my doctors are extremely impressed, but I still go and let them manage me and do the blood work. But I'm thriving and I never have complaints when I go in. Okay. So guys, I've been studying and researching and practicing ways to support my health and wellness now for over 3 years. I've been doing this lifestyle for over 4 years, but actively researching it and sharing it with others for over 3 years. And really the most significant impact, like I said, was the changes in my nutrition. I will be 50 years old this winter, and I am thriving despite 2 autoimmune diseases. I don't get shots or infusions. I'm not immunosuppressed. I do have people I work with that do have to get shots or infusions, but they're less often. And they've also been able to significantly reduce medications for symptoms because when they changed their lifestyle and focused the most on their nutrition with some changes I recommended, obviously working with their specialist or physician managing them, they were able to see significant improvement and not need as many medications, which makes my heart so happy for them. Guys, I don't feel hungry. I don't have any more of the cravings. I used to be a sugar carb craving person. I don't. And I don't count macros. What I do is easy, and I focus on feeding my body delicious, easy to prepare foods. Guys, you guys know I travel a lot. It's my gypsy heart. I love to travel. And I have found ways to maintain healthy eating habits, even on the go. Even when I went on my recent cross-country trip that I drove on, I just got back, guys, and I'm actually down 2 pounds. And that's after being in New York with the bagels and the pizza all around me, because I don't have cravings. I still eat delicious foods. And if I want some of that food once in a while, I do. But let me tell you, I noticed when I got up there, even though I was maintaining my health with some key things I do every day, I was eating certain things that I wouldn't normally eat. And I was wondering why I was so tired. And when I changed my diet back for a day, exclusively to what I would normally eat and none of the extra like pizza and bagels and stuff, the fatigue went away instantly because I was getting great sleep and I couldn't understand it. It was fatigue because of inflammation in my gut, because I wasn't serving my body. And I get to make the choice if I want to feel that way or not. And I don't like feeling that way. So it was too easy to go back to eating more of the foods I normally eat that don't create the inflammation while maintaining my health with some other key things and supplements I use. Guys, here's my mission. My mission is to positively impact your health and wellness through education and coaching to create generational health and a health span that equals your lifespan. This is my calling, it's my passion, and I truly believe it's my purpose in life. So guys, here's your call to action. Your call to action is that if you're sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, I invite you to reach out to me for a free health and wellness consult. I'd be honored to work with you and help you develop a personalized plan to meet your specific health goals. Together, we can take steps towards a healthier, happier you. Guys, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting these uh, recordings and presentations that I put out. I'm so grateful for each of you. Remember, this is for educational and informative purposes. This is not intended to prevent, diagnose, treat, or cure, and in no way am I trying to replace the guidance given to you by your personal healthcare provider or specialist who knows you best. Until next time, guys, please be safe. And again, thank you so much for showing up and doing things to support your own health and wellness and learn more, because when we know better, we can do better. Take care, guys. Till next time. Bye.